All right, let's get this show started.
Diego Lopes returned to the win column in style at Noche UFC, scoring a highlight reel spinning elbow TKO over Silva in the featured featherweight bout. But the drama didn't end there. After the fight, Lopes directed his frustration towards Silva's team, flipping them off in the cage. At the post-fight press conference, he explained the gesture and advised Silva to talk less and train more.
You jumped up on the cage, you were flipping off some people. What was that about?
Yeah, this is your training partners, no? It's like before I entered in the octagon, your partner, your training partners talk a lot. It's like, oh, you today, this guy you saw. Sorry guys, talk a lot of bad words, no? It's okay, no? But after I finish the fight, I go to face your training partners. Sorry, I show my things for these guys. Maybe train more, talk less, train more.
And here's how the MMA community reacted to the Lopes versus Silva fight. Dan Ige said, "That was crazy." Terence McKinney tweeted, "Damn, spinning elbows are in right now." Aljamain Sterling said, "Great performance by Lopes, but respectfully, I believe I'm the best and I'm willing to prove it. I'm a former champ and will be a champ again before I retire." Followed up with, "Murphy isn't next. We will see what the UFC think in 1 to 2 weeks. I'll be training and I'll be ready just in case." Merab Dwalishvili tweeted, "What a crazy end. Congrats Diego Lopes. Silva is a warrior." Henry Cejudo tweeted, "Fight of the year. If you disagree, you're wrong. Diego Lopes is that guy." Stephen Thompson said, "That spin elbow was on point, and I'm convinced that Diego has one of the hardest skulls in the UFC. Silva was landing some bombs, but Diego stayed strong. Amazing performance." Billy Quarantillo said, "Hit him with the spin elbow after eating a few of them. Sick fight. Lopes is for real." Nazardine Imavov sent the following message to Silva: "Talk less next time, little man." Shortly after Diego Lopes' win over Silva, Alexander Volkanovski shared his reaction in a video posted to his YouTube channel. Volk admitted he was surprised by how dominant Lopes looked in the first round and praised the spectacular spinning elbow finish.
Alright, I thought I'd do a quick instant reaction to Diego Lopes and Silva. Wild 2 rounds. I didn't expect Diego to look so dominant early. I thought, I knew Diego's chin would probably hold up, but I thought, Silva might land big on him early and then maybe tire, and then Diego maybe come in them later rounds or something like that. I just felt like maybe Diego could have put himself a little bit more out of danger. But anyway, he got the job done. Maybe he wanted to be in front of him, make Silva use his energy, fire big shots, knowing that he's going to get careless and eventually catch him like he did. Spin an elbow, beautiful, while he was chasing coming in. So whether that was a part of the plan, knowing that he was going to be there, maybe try and be more defensive, block a lot of the shots, wear him down. When he really commits, make him pay. If that's the case, well done, but it did take a lot of damage in that second round till he got the finish.
Volk also addressed the possibility of a rematch with Lopes, saying he isn't ruling it out. Volk noted that whether he faces Lopes or Lerone Murphy next is ultimately up to the UFC.
Who's next? I think the UFC will wait and see what happens with Silva and Diego. I know Lerone Murphy's obviously one guy that coming off a big KO against Pico. I obviously said to that one, yeah, see you later. But then we'll waiting around. So I'm guessing we're waiting around to see what happened with this fight. So I don't know. Does Diego get a rematch? Crazy win like that. Wild fashion again, doing what he always does. I know the UFC absolutely love him. Whether they push for him, we'll see what happens. But either way, you guys know me. Whoever it is, So I'll just sit back, see what the UFC say. Obviously I just fought Diego. Does it make sense to just rematch straight away? But you never know what the UFC want.
ESPN MMA has released footage of Silva visibly emotional backstage following his TKO loss to Diego Lopes. With Silva's defeat, the fighting nerds have now all lost their undefeated UFC records. Terence Crawford pulled out what many believed was impossible Saturday when he defeated Canelo Alvarez in their boxing super fight. Crawford became a 3-division undisputed champion with a unanimous decision over Alvarez. The Combat Sports was watching, and here are some reactions from the MMA community. Bilal Muhammad said, "Crawford did it." Aljamain Sterling tweeted, "Bud did that." Michael Chiesa tweeted, "Yeah, but congrats." The MMA guru said, "Now everybody is shocked about Crawford winning, like Canelo hasn't been plodding around aimlessly in every fight he's had since the Bivol loss. I've been saying he'll school Canelo, who hasn't been slick since 2021. Usyk, Crawford, Inoue, the three kings of boxing." Derek Brunson said, "I had it 118 to 110 Crawford or 117 to 111 Crawford." Ayman Zahabi tweeted, "Crawford should win 9 of 12 rounds on the scorecards. Great fight. At 37, he moved up 14 pounds to beat Canelo Alvarez, a 32-year-old all-time great champion." Jason Miller said, "Crawford made Alvarez do Glass Joe neck." Alan Joban said, "I think at most I gave Canelo 3 rounds." Johnny Eblin tweeted, "Bud worked Canelo from start to finish. He's the GOAT." Adrian Yanez said, "Crawford is just one of the greatest of all time." At the post-fight press conference, Terence Crawford said that despite moving up 2 weight classes, his size and punching power were key factors in the fight.
"I was stronger, I punched harder, and that was just it. You know, a lot of people put too much into me moving up in weight and things like that. But like I told y'all once before, Canelo is not a big guy. You know, he's a smaller guy fighting in a big weight class. You know, me and him is practically almost the same height. I'm a little taller. My arms longer than him. You know, he got a little wider frame, but he's a little shorter. But all in all, you know, we're around the same size. So by y'all saying, oh, Canelo's this massive size, it was kind of like disrespect. Then when y'all see me weigh in, then y'all say, oh, well, they not the same. It's not a big difference.
Ilia Topuria has shared an update on his next fight, and the outlook isn't exactly promising. Speaking at a recent press conference in Spain, the UFC lightweight champion revealed that he hasn't even begun negotiations with the promotion regarding his next bout. Despite the lack of progress, Topuria said he's open to facing Paddy Pimblett, Arman Tsarukyan, or Justin Gaethje.
Para los 3 rivales posibles del peso ligero que más suenan, que serían Paddy Pimblett, Arman Tsarukyan y Justin Gaethje, has dicho que no sabes quién será tu rival, pero yo quería preguntarte quién crees que es el que más se lo merece y aparte, ¿cuál es la pelea que más te gustaría perder?
Realmente no me importa a cuál de los 3 me voy a enfrentar, es simplemente unos acuerdos con la UFC. Realmente tampoco hemos entrado en la negociación sobre mi próximo combate, pero en cuanto me llamen, ellos eligen siempre el nombre, a mí no me importa.
Gracias.
¿A quién quieren?
Topuria also expressed confidence that he can convince UFC President Dana White to allow him to pursue a boxing match in the future.
Obviamente, es algo que quiero hacerlo y no creo que él me diga que no a querer cumplir mi sueño, ¿no? Yo creo que él es una persona que me apoyará, tendré su apoyo, no tengo ninguna duda. Será un tema de conversación a convencerlo, pero estoy seguro que se aprenderá.
Here are the top 3 memes found on the internet. Number 3 meme was posted by As Shocked As It Gets. Number 2 meme was posted by MMA On Point. And number 1 meme was posted by Undisputed Take. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest MMA news.